Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No. Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to...
I'll remember that. Are your bags packed for the great depart?
Yes. You know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I...
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to...
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish the command. The travel, the pub.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Selection, whatever you need to be the talk of all serene. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your like? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence.
Hello, milady.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's
come
relatives?
all. Citizens of Serene,
Oh,
come to me.
Hello, Your Excellency.
You won't
It is
regret
an
this
honor.
miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you're about to discover could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid.
The merchant is there. To my help! And death to the others! Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
And what if I said yes?
Slow down, fair lady. You're far too noble to be making such offhand propositions to a boorish soldier like me. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Good day, milady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You want...
think you understand who you... Lady de Sardet, during our conversation, that's regrettable. You know as well as I that the congregation...
But I'm only a...
That's a shame. I order you to... Unless you'd rather your...
I beg your pardon, milady, but you are not... Moreover, so I seriously doubt that you'll...
Whatever's he talking about?
Your guess is as good as mine.
This is preposterous. Either you give...
Your idea of diplomacy isn't all that different from my own.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice...
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments. The only thing left is a show of strength. Sorry, Greenblood. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have gotten you mixed up in this.
And so you're back, milady.
Don't count on it. We shall...
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Stop! I beg of you!
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes, yes! Don't hit me anymore!
Very well. I'm counting on you to deliver this merchandise as quickly as possible.
Yes, milady. I'll take care of it immediately.
Have a nice day, madam.
Greetings. I hope your day will be better than mine.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy, and it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day. Someone told me...
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and...
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of the order?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his...
He just hangs on when
Did
he
he
never...
Does he know?
No.
I need to be going. Could I trouble you again?
Have you found Jonas?
Not yet, but... Do you think you could have made him so...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to...
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks. The itch for a drink gets... I call back to him, as you guess, but they're nothing. Drink.
What do you think about Captain
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral.
I need to be going. Good day, sailor.
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know. But like I've been...
Were you a witness to the...
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, and then when we left, well, those brutes were there.
Why didn't you intervene? Did you report this?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride.
Did Jonas... Do you know...
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin...
How would I know?
Did anyone...
There was still a... I seem to kind of fella now and again.
What do you think?
He's a just man. It's a...
Thank you, Lauro.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you.
I am looking for a note.
A note, you say? That's not a lot to go on.
According to one of...
A kidnap. Oh, with a note?
Someone told...
Nice.
Where might I find...
Here. Anything else?
I'm looking for my cousin.
There was indeed a...
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke.
I'm sorry. Hair down to his neck, light...
I don't believe it. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't...
What kind of damage are we...
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up...
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not...
Who are you?
No, I'm young.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Sonny.
Tell me what happened. And after that...
It just so... And I think I wouldn't have...
Who was the rich merchant?
No, it was...
Where can
he
I...
has it.
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels. I could repair this if I had some metal dowels. Locked. And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're...
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can...
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fella. Anything else?
With all these sailors coming and going...
Right, they say the treasure. But...
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. People stopped going out of their homes. And then people was... I also... Yeah, but that's not...
How is business going?
It's picking up. Now that we...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Are your boots worn through? Is your
If you had any idea who I am... Open up, imbecile!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It
sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now.
Shouting like that, we should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson.
To my help! And to the other!
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street. You only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
It's not possible just now.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission...
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well.
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Don't you?
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I'm sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing. Ta-da! My fair cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important...
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure.
I fear that some of my teachings have been... But you wanted to ask me something.
What will be your official title on...
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official, but His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island, and also your help will be extremely valuable to me.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving.
Madam?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tier
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope... Are you ready to leave?
Not quite.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet.
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing.
Ah, yes. I did indeed allow...
You are correct, Excellency.
It is a station of great honor. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you. I only regret that...
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to...
Tell me more about it.
Very well. We would consider it a
Heresy is not a crime in Serene, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my...
The Prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyard. I'll look into this and see what I... What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our mission. Thanks to your support, the congregation, that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
I must be going.
May...
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor?
I would like to have a word.
He is not here.
It concerns a delicate. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirm that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards...
These witnesses are all in agreement. And it is their testimonies that have led...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband... A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that it seems that you have been protected from this horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But you will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from...
This pact... It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Might I help you, my lady?
I need to be going. Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family.
I thank you, Excellency. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea, remedies worse than the ill. As you can well imagine, alchemists are... This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws. I thank you, The man...
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our... The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our...
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tifredi for much...
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15... Alas, It is a luxurious island. The vegetation is... We discovered some are bigger than a savage and crude people. But you shall discover all of this for...
And what of your war with Tile?
It has been dragged...
Have you...
Direct...
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
Are your boots worn through? Is your
Come to me. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that...
In this day and age, I can't blame you.
Are there any nasty side effects?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of...
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your...
I will think about it.
As you wish.
May the disease never afflict you, Your Excellency.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the princes,
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nuns?
Darren?
I will...
As you...
To my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a...
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce. And he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an...
I understand if you don't believe me after all that. I would still be one.
Why does Sahin bear you such hate?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great men. I saw them to find a remedy to them.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor...
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions.
You don't understand. I fled. But I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the malady.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
I'm going to help you leave the city.
I swear it.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remained hidden while waiting.
Listen, I bet...
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else!
Believe me, I understand...
Me, it's not money I want! That charlatan tried to poison us! I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words! We're gonna hang him high! And you too, if you're an accomplice!
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his...
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves!
He's trapped! He'll have to come out!
I can procure you some excellent potions, as long as you promise to put an end to this. True potions of healing, like those you thought you were buying.
What are you, some sort of alchemist, then? I hope you're not the same feather as the other. If that's the case, we have enough rope to hang the both of them!
Trust me. I swear that
our trust was already given. We're going nowhere without seeing the merchandise.
Such a large number of potions. This story's gonna cost you a fortune.
These vials could be lying around anywhere. I need to keep my eyes peeled.
Welcome! It's such a... Have you seen anything? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Do you have those potions?
Yes.
Hey, did you see that? That other alchemist kept his word. I hope these are good
The
ones.
colour looks like it should. Not like those others.
Well then, since you want us to go, then we'll be going.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's...
I persuaded the mob to disperse.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You were free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr.
I owe you my life, my lady.
I remind you to never step foot here.
I have no desire to return.
Your Excellency.
Lady
I tracked down your man near the coin...
Finally.
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in matters turned out a little more complicated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his... All the same, you have nothing to...
We'll eventually catch up with him, and Governor Burhan will be happy to learn. Thank you for your help.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Good.
small crew? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Madam?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible... As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay not said. We did catch ourselves a smuggler.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouse. Why I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Ptolemy has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and worth.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was...
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are...
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship.
Impossible. You're too late. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority. And so, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene...
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least...
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible...
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Yes?
I've had a word with Lady... She told me a strange... She said that he was...
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there has always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such a call.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their...
No. That pact ended a long time ago. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in...
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of what counts most is that you bring the boy back. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Did you get what you came for? Leave me now, please.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor. This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't...
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave.
With respect, my lady.
You'll find all you need in our selection, whatever you need.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Lady de Sade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say? I looked into the contract that it was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed...
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable...
The Prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is Desardet. Your captain has sent me to...
Were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his...
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have... I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and...
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now.
Yes. It's not possible just now.
Have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my help! And death to the others! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
To my help! And death to the others!
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them,
you cannot pass. Only the Naughts have access to the prison.
I've seen...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more... Yes,
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Thélème. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting... I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me, but you might want to be quick about it. If the Naughts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna... Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
To my help! And death to the others!
you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Halt! The warehouse!
Very well, I'm going.
Orders haven't...
Very well, I'm...
To my help! And death to the... Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed? To my help! And... Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're your replacements. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about...
Our work concerned the teachings of
the disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of.
And?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the... He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth.
It was written in black and white.
I understand now. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Did you try speaking with the censors?
Oh, we have signed already an abjuration stating that we misunderstood the sacred text. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text.
It served no purpose.
Who were you hoping would give you a...
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But
by entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the...
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territory.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum...
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here.
Have you spoken with the ambassador? Has he accepted to give us refuge?
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it.
Don't you be worrying
The
then.
warehouse is...
Move out.
Your Excellency.
Lady
I would like to talk to you about...
I am listening.
A couple of historians, and it seems that this is not to the...
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the...
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer...
We are willing. Where are they to be found?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Lady
It pains me to inform you that the...
Curse them!
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going.
May...
Are you ready?
We should be able to set sail with the top.
My cabin.
You do?
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
What do you think of our port?
You referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port, and thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Permission to board the ship?
Certainly, but keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect.
So eager to discover Tir Friddy. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, son!
Kurt! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
So eager to discover Tir Friddy. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself. With patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. blood. How do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Madam, gentlemen.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations low!